At one point, Donald Trump wanted TikTok gone for good. He called it a national security threat, pushed for a ban, and warned Americans about China's influence. Fast forward to now, and suddenly, TikTok isn't the enemy anymore. So what changed? According to Trump, TikTok helped him win over young voters. He recently claimed that his presence on the app played a major role in his election success, saying he dominated the youth vote by massive margins. There's just one problem. That didn't actually happen. In reality, Trump lost the youth vote by double digits. Not a small miss, an entirely different outcome. But facts haven't stopped the pivot. TikTok went from dangerous to beloved almost overnight. And while politicians argue, TikTok users aren't waiting around. With fears of a possible ban growing, many Americans have already started jumping ship, straight into the arms of Chinese-owned alternatives. Apps like Lemon8 and RedNote are suddenly exploding in popularity. Lemon8 shares a parent company with TikTok. RedNote? That one's a whole different level. It's operated in China, follows Chinese law, and requires users to agree to policies aligned with socialist values and state guidelines. Which makes this whole situation deeply ironic. For years, Americans were warned about Chinese surveillance. Now, many are essentially saying, "Fine, just don't take my algorithm." And maybe that says something about how numb people have become. After countless data breaches, privacy scandals, and monthly emails apologizing for leaked information, the idea of being watched barely registers anymore. Some users are even shocked by what they're seeing on these new platforms. Videos showcasing everyday life in China, clean cities, modern infrastructure, affordable goods, are making people question assumptions they've held for years. Cheap groceries, small electric cars costing a fraction of American prices, markets overflowing with fresh food. Suddenly, people are asking uncomfortable questions. If things are so bad over there, why does it look so functional? And while this digital migration is happening, chaos continues at home. Trump recently brought Elon Musk into the spotlight to oversee sweeping changes across federal agencies. Musk framed it as a fight against unelected bureaucrats, arguing that democracy only works when power stays with elected officials. Which raises a very obvious question. If unelected officials are the problem, why is one billionaire now holding massive influence without public oversight? Especially when that billionaire runs companies with government contracts, ongoing investigations, and regulatory interests. Transparency was promised. Accountability was implied. But critics point out that Musk's operation isn't subject to the same disclosure rules as traditional agencies. So when people raise concerns, they're told, "If you see a conflict, speak up." Many did. Nothing happened. Meanwhile, Trump's public appearances continue to drift into unpredictable territory, from rambling speeches to surreal anecdotes that leave audiences visibly confused. One moment it's defense policy. The next, it's lumberjacks, bicycles, or personal grudges. Even major announcements don't escape the chaos. At a recent health-focused event, Trump shifted from long-standing vaccine rhetoric to blaming common pain relievers for autism, despite overwhelming medical consensus rejecting any such link. Doctors weren't consulted, evidence wasn't presented, the claims were simply stated, then repeated. And yet, moments like these barely pause the news cycle. Even minor incidents, like an escalator briefly stopping during a public appearance, were quickly reframed by some commentators as potential sabotage. Yes, sabotage. Because apparently, nothing ever just breaks. In the midst of all this, Trump announced a plan to dramatically reduce the cost of popular weight loss drugs. The press conference quickly veered off the rails, turning into an awkward public discussion of who in the room was taking what medication. Serious policy announcement, zero boundaries. And perhaps the most telling moment came when someone at the event suffered a medical emergency. Staff rushed to help, while Trump stood nearby, completely detached, staring into the distance like someone waiting for a long elevator ride. That image alone summed up the week. A country arguing over apps, blaming medicine for misinformation, chasing conspiracies, and watching leadership unfold like a never-ending improv show. And somehow, this is all just another news cycle,